Introduction. What is digital literacy? Digital literacy is the capacity to navigate multiple digital platforms, understand, appraise, and communicate through them, also the ability to use a wide range of technology. How to be digitally literate? A person must be able to confidently, safely, and effectively use a computer, which includes the ability to use office software and the ability to use a web browser, also internet search engines. In this study, our group performed a sample survey to determine the level of knowledge for digital literacy among University Utara Malaysia Foundation Studies students (UUM). We analyze and conclude all of the data about digital literacy capacity among UUM Foundation students based on the survey. There are four objectives for this study. First, to discover the background of the respondents. Second, to identify the respondents' ability on digital literacy. Third, to investigate how close digital literacy to the respondents. Fourth, to observe either respondent use digital literacy or not.
Firstly, it's about gender. Based on this chart, it is shown that majority of students of Foundation in Management at University Utara Malaysia are female, which consists of 149 students, while the majority are male, which consists of 25 students. Next is about races. This chart has shown that 89% of students are Malay and 8% of population of students are Chinese and 1% are Indian. Other than that, there are 2% of students are belonging to other races. Now it's about state of origin. It is shown that the most of students of Foundation in Management are from Kedah. Other than Kedah, there are many students from Perak, Selangor and Pulau Pinang, which consist of 19, 21 and 20 students respectively. There are also students from Sabah and Sarawak, which consist of 4 students. There are some students that came from other states, such as Kelantan, Terengganu, Pahang, Kuala Lumpur, Melaka, Johor and Negeri Sembilan. Next is about hometown. Most of the students are live in urban areas, as the chart above shows that there are 61% of the student population are coming from there. Other students are live in rural areas, which consists of 39% of the population of students. Next is about family incomes. This chart shows that there are 52 of student families' income are below RM3,000. Other than that, this chart also conclude that there are 39 of student family incomes are above RM10,000. There are students whose family incomes are between RM3,000 and RM5,000 that consist of 34 students. Besides that, there are also students whose family incomes are between RM5,000 and RM7,000 that consist of 20 students. Then there are few students whose family incomes are between RM7,000 and RM10,000 that consist of 27 students. Lastly, is it about the program of study that students want to pursue in degree? This table shows that the majority of students are intended to pursue the studies in the School of Accounting, which are consists of 76 students. The second most popular program of study among the students is the School of Business and Management. There are other few types of program of study that they want to pursue in degrees that have been stated in the table. These tables also show about the others program of study that the student want to pursue in degree.
Analysis related to the topic. The figures show the skills that 174 UUM Foundation students master. Based on figure, we can conclude that generally the mean score for all skills is more than 4, and it shows that all of the students in the foundation program are having a good computer and ICT skills. From figure, we can see that find and select the information have the highest mean of skills at 4.9195, followed by safety and communication at 4.8045, computer skills at 4.7011, and the lowest mean is functional skills at 4.5632. The mean is chosen as the central tendency measurement because it considers all of the data. The maximum score for each category is 5. Next, we move to the figure that shows all mean of score for computer and ICT skills for all races. So, we can conclude that generally the mean score for all races is more than 19, and it shows that all races of students in foundation program are good in computer and ICT skills. From figure, we can see that Indian have the highest mean at 20. This shows all of the Indian students mastered all of the 20 questions that were being asked in the survey. The second higher mean is Chinese at 19.53, followed by other races at 19.33. The lowest mean is Malay at 19.06. The standard deviation for Indian is 0 because the value in the sample are identical. From figure of mean score for genders, we can conclude male and female students have the mean score more than 19. Both gender have a good computer and ICT skills. We can see the male student have a higher mean than female student at 19.27, while the mean score for female is 19.07.
The bar chart shows the time spent by students on their computer and cell phones. Based on this chart, it shows that majority of the students spend their most time around 5 to 9 hours a day for both computers and cell phones. The highest frequency for the hours spent a day on a computer is around 5 to 9 hours, which is 110 out of 174 students, while for the hours spent a day on the cell phone have 88 out of 174 students. The lowest frequency for the hours spent a day on a computer is around 20 to 24 hours, which have only 2 votes out of 174 students. And the lowest frequency for how many hours spent a day on a cell phone have 2 range, which is 15 to 19 hours and 20 to 24 hours, which both has 9 votes. Next, the bar chart shows the type of social media used by the students. The social media with the highest frequency for a yes answer is WhatsApp with 168 out of 174 students. The lowest frequency for a yes answer is on Facebook with only 33 students. Social media that get the most no answer is Facebook with 70 votes out of 174 students. The lowest frequency for a no is on Telegram and WhatsApp because both have 1 vote each. For a sometimes answer, WhatsApp have the lowest vote with only 5 students and the highest is Facebook with 71 students. We can conclude that generally, most of the students use WhatsApp, Telegram, Instagram and games app more than Facebook. The last bar chart represents the mean score for 2 statements answered by the students. In this study, if the respondent answered at the level 1 of agreement, it means that the person strongly disagree, while the level 6 of agreement means that the person strongly agree with the statement that were given. The students are required to choose their agreement on the statement about digital identity and well-being for the statement 1 until 14. As a result, we can see the statement about digital identity and well-being has gained a mean of 4.4261. From this aspect, we can tell that the statement about digital identity and well-being has the least number of students that answered the level 6 of agreement. Probably, the reason that the students rarely choose to agree with the statement given is might be their personality, which make them to choose the other level of agreement for the statement about digital identity and well-being. Next, the students are required to answer the statement about ICT skills to verify how many students answered certain level of agreement at the statement from 15 until 19. The mean score that we have received from this statement is 4.7632. It is surprisingly show that the statement about ICT skills become the highest mean score from the digital identity and well-being statement. Furthermore, this tells us that the number of students that have chosen at the level of 6 for the statement about ICT skills is quite high rather than the number of students that have chosen the level of 6 for the statement about digital identity and well-being.
Conclusion. From the respondent profile analysis, we conclude that the number of female students in foundation program UUM is higher than the male students. The majority race found in foundation program students are Malay, followed by Chinese, Indian and others. From the analysis related to digital literacy, we conclude that the findings showed that the Indian race is more skillful in using computers and ICT compared to other races. Students are frequently use WhatsApp for media social as a platform of communication.